So all of these requirements are there to be able to be in the military because you need to be mentally and physically strong. How does it make sense to allow people who are either in transition or have already transitioned and are still taking those medications that alter your brain and rewire it? How should that be allowed to be in the military? If you can't even accept your gender for what it is, why should they accept you to be in like the front lines for combat zones? None of these people that he's going to lay off are going to be dishonorably discharged. They're going to get medically discharged and still have their veterans benefits.
Peace and blessings, you ugly mofos, and welcome to another episode of He Rants. I am your host, Felix Long Trousers.
That's it.
All right, let's not waste more time. Let's get right into this. I woke up this morning to find out that transgender ban was trending on Twitter. And I was a little bit confused. Like, transgender ban? Are we banning transgenders from the United States? Hey, listen, let's not. I feel like Christmas came early, if you know what I'm saying. That was a joke. But no, it seems like a lot of people are up in arms, right? Because this guy, Trump, has come out and pretty much said, like, listen, we're going to have a transgender ban in the military. One of the first things I'm going to do the moment I get into office, I can't wait for that moment. The moment I get into office is to sign an executive action making sure that trans people cannot no longer apply or be in the military. I love it. Let's say, why can't we just do it now? Why can't we expedite it? Like, he's going to be in office soon. Might as well just put that in the slip. Like, let's just do it in the moment. Or inauguration day is already, boom, it's already signed ahead of time. If you're talking about, let's just do it like that. You know what I'm saying? So we have an article from the Times, and allow me to read it. And while I read it, I'm going to show clips of transgender military people onto the side of me. Donald Trump to kick transgender troops out of U.S. military. Donald Trump is planning an executive order that would lead to the removal of all transgender members of the U.S. military, defense source says. The order would come in his first day back in the White House, January 20th. There are believed to be about 15,000 active service personnel who are transgender. My Lord. They would be medically discharged, which would determine that they were unfit to serve. It would also lead to a ban on trans people joining the military and would come at a time when almost all branches of the American Armed Forces are failing to meet requirement targets. Trump, 78, has railed against woke practices in the military, saying that some high-ranking officers are often more interested in diversity, equity, and inclusion than planning to fight. The ban is expected to be wider ranging than a similar order made during his first term in office, when Trump prevented transgender people joining the armed forces, but allowed those already serving to keep their jobs. President Biden has rescinded the order, but this time, even those with decades of service will be removed from their post, according to several sources. This is beautiful stuff, guys. I want you guys to understand how great this is, right? Because I feel like the military has gone soft. They have gone way off the deep end. We need these individuals to be hard and gritty individuals. These are the ones who are setting off to war to represent our country. Why the hell are we allowing Transformers? Granted, if there were legit Transformers, robots in disguise, I would, for whole heart, I said, let's get more of them. Let's get more. Go against the Decepticons and let's go against all these other countries. We got real Transformers, but no, we don't have the real legitimate Transformers. We have men impersonating women, cosplaying as women like it's Comic-Con, and vice versa. These people are medically unfit. You guys have to understand. If you're a transgender, you have something called gender dysphoria, right? Meaning you have a mental condition. You are not right up there upstairs, right? Because you actually believe that you are trapped in the body of something that you're not really trapped in, right? It's kind of like a schizophrenic person, right? You wouldn't want a schizophrenic person to go to war, right? Because they might confuse you for the enemy. Oh, look at over there. There's a flaming unicorn over there. Well, I don't see a flaming unicorn over there. It's right there. Blah, blah, blah. And then he's shooting your mans. Like, you don't want that, right? So why would you want somebody who's also mentally disturbed, right? Being in the military, right? The thing is, they're trying to make it seem like it's a huge number, right? Like you guys saw the clip I played in the beginning. 15,000 individuals. 15,000. That's a very small amount of the military. Let's keep it a stack. It's not even going to be, a drop in the bucket. You're not even gonna feel that, right? The transgenders individuals there, listen, I commend them for wanting to fight for our country. I really do. I think it's a noble thing. Like if you join to a military and you risking your life in order for the safety and the progress of the United States, for our country, it's a beautiful thing, and I really do respect it, right? But I just don't want people who are mentally not there to be fighting in our cause. I feel like no, we should have you somewhere else, maybe on a couch. You know what I'm saying? Speaking your troubles to a trained professional, medical provider. You know what I'm saying? To make sure that you're in the right. We still think you should be out there in society and everything, but I just don't see why we would want you to be in there. And yes, let's be real. It is because of diversity, equity, inclusion. We want everything to be inclusive. I feel like the pendulum has swung so far, right, that we have gone into Looney Tune world, right? And some people won't think what I'm going to say is crazy. I don't even think women should be in the military. Yeah, I said it. Because it doesn't make sense. If we have to adjust training measures in order to accommodate you, then does that not lower the standards of the military, right? Men and women who join the military, they have to do different type of physical tasks when they're in the military, right? But that's confusing to me because once you're fighting out there, it's not like the people who are attacking you are like, okay, we got to move differently because there's also women. So we're going to have to lower our standards in order to attack the women who are also in the military. It doesn't work that way. We have the man have a certain standard. We have to keep the women in a certain standard. If the women aren't able to do the physical tasks that the men can do, we can't have them in the military. It just lowers our strength. I think it's common sense. Somebody say, so you think women can't do what men can do? Absolutely. I think they can't do what men can do. Let's be real. I'm not going to be out here sugarcoating it for y'all. They cannot do what men can do. If they could, then, there wouldn't be things like the WNBA and the NBA. So, if they could, we'd have women try out for the men's basketball team and thrive. But it doesn't happen that way because they're just not incapable of doing it. Right. So those are the things I just get annoyed about, man. So transgenders, get them out of there, man. Go do something else. Go do something else with your life. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to be in the military. You're not right there in the head. All right. You're not at the amplitude. Amplitude might not be the right word. And the thing is, right, when they're coming out and saying that we seem to be running out of individuals who are wanting to join the military, this is why. You made the military so soft. A lot of manly men is looking at this is like, yo, why would I want to join this DEI type of establishment, man? It seems soft. It don't seem like this is where I need to go to thrive and be strong. Check out the defense attorney to be, Pete Hegseth. And it's a defense attorney, the defense, but what the hell did I say? Defense secretary. I don't know why I said defense attorney. The defense secretary, right? Pete Hegseth. Let's see what he has to say about it.
Because what the military did, I didn't finish the thought on that, is they committed a Bud Light. Like in search of a non-traditional constituency, they offended their core constituency. So there aren't enough lesbians in San Francisco to man the 82nd Airborne. Mm-hmm. And in trying to cater to that, they lost the boys from Tennessee and Kentucky and Oklahoma. The traditional dudes who did it because they loved their country, or they wanted the adventure, or they, wanted to try tough things, or they need an up and out of their community, whatever it is. They're like, if I wanted to do the woke crap, I could go to the local community college. Being transgendered in the military causes complications and differences. And the book kind of lays out the common arguments that those on the left or others make, which are baked in social justice. So it started, you saw it under Clinton with the tinkering of Don't Ask, Don't Tell and the reasons for those changes. And I talked to some of the people involved in when that was changed. But it really started to accelerate under Obama. And you saw the trans stuff come at the end of the Obama administration. You saw the women in combat come at the end of the Obama administration. It's because they looked around at the bureaucracies that they controlled in Washington and the one that was that they didn't control. Obama spent a disproportionate amount of time focusing on the Pentagon. They were skeptical of leadership and eventually brought in political appointees and generals who would do their bidding the way they wanted, which, as you know, in a top-down organization changes the ethos of the whole thing. So the book is meant to pull the whole curtain back, mostly from Obama forward, and explain how the army that I enlisted in, or that I swore an oath in 2001 and was commissioned in 2003, looks a lot different than the army of today because we're focused on a lot of the wrong things.
And this is something that has gone through the school systems and everything like that, corporations. It's just destroyed the strength of this country, honestly. It's just a whole lot of stuff. And this is coming from a black guy. I'm just being real, son. It's just, oh man, it's getting frustrating. It's getting frustrating for real, man. But hey, maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm maybe I'm just in my own echo chamber. Leave a comment below. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. Leave a like also, please. Let me know. Maybe I'm tripping. Explain to me why I'm wrong. We can have a good conversation about it. I'm not sure, man. But if you stay this long, I appreciate you. I love you. Make sure you hit the subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff, man. Peace and blessings, you ugly mofos. And I'm out.